Alright, hopefully we're good to go here. Delia, go away. I will tell you how I'm doing later. Alright. If there's anybody here, hi. Why is this? I'm getting some nasty shit here. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's had a good night here. Sunday. What is it? Sunday? It is Sunday. I hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Move the mic just a little bit. Hopefully the mic's not too awful. Yeah! Ha! Pop filter. I was working a wrestling show the other night and we were recording stuff for Twitch and I couldn't remember the name of the pop filter. And I kept calling it a muffler. Because it I don't know. I'm dumb. It was pretty hilarious. Also, I gotta fix this geo. It's bothering me. Yes. Hi, I'm Alicia. Hey, Matt. How are you? Hi. Yes, the goal is to print and wear it. Yes. I'm currently working on... I'm currently working on making a cosplay of War. It's going to be a little bit slower of a process because I really want to take my time with this project and not rush it. But yes, so this is his left shoulder, is that what it is? And then this will be, once it's finished, it will be printed and then cleaned up and painted. If you want to see my other stuff, you can check out my Instagram. It's at VertVixen, and you can see the examples of stuff that I've done on there. It's nasty. So we're gonna duplicate this sucker. Let's ZBrush this because it's being real gross with me. And yeah, sorry guys, I got the flu last week, so I was super sick and was like, this is not happening. I was in bed all week last week. Not this week, the week after. That's why I didn't stream last Sunday. You guys working on any cool projects right now? Anything fun or interesting? Hey, how you doing? In Spade? How you doing? Okay. Yeah, it's better. That's better. Cool. Thank you, ZBrush. And also low. Yeah, of course, anytime. Just like an FYI, guys, for personal reasons, I have not updated my social in a long time. It's been a couple weeks now. It's kind of weird. It's kind of nice. I will be back on there and probably around February. Hi, Kairos, how are ya? So I'll be updating stuff then, which is why it's a little dead right now, so I apologize for that. Yeah, much better. This character is from Darksiders. Oh, fun, Matt. Or Matthew, sorry. I keep calling you Matt because I have friends in my life that are Matthew but go by Matt, so I'm sorry. Matthew, that's awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, this character this is from the Darksiders franchise. This specific model is from DS1. You can see a more updated version of him in DS3. Darksiders 3, not Dark Souls. Super cool story. Oh god, yes. Oh, the Geo's so much better. Yeah. Alright. there's a, let's see if there's like a, hi Ron. Well, you have to 3D this in parts, so you're able to print the entire, so with this guy, because he's going to be pretty, I mean, he's probably going to be about like this big, like maybe like this big. He'll be a good like probably foot. I do have a giant printer behind me. It's a Raise 3D. It's currently broken, but I'm going to fix it. And so I could actually probably print this in 2 pieces on that guy. If I was printing in my Ultimaker, which is the Ultimaker 2 Plus Extended, I'd probably have to cut it into probably about 4 or 5 pieces. So it all just depends on the size of your printer. You know, in an ideal world, and if I had all the money in the world, and I would have a giant resin printer, and then I just print everything on that because it's much prettier. But that's not how life works. At least not yet. Okay, where am I on to actually get the sculpting here? Let's get this shit out there. Now that we've fixed some geos. Oh, why aren't you, like, scrolling? There we go. Oh, thanks, Matthew. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Your friends call me Matt. Cool, then I'm going to call you Matt. Frozen Transform is half the price of the Formlabs, too. Interesting. I've never seen that one. I have a Form 2. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one. It's just very expensive to print with, especially because I'm pretty sure with the Form you have to use their resin. Hey Andres, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we've now got chat working on everything. Thank you Pixelogic, because everything is working. I can see Facebook, I can see Twitch, I can see YouTube. Yeah, I love my form. I absolutely love it. It's just so expensive to print with. Like that's the problem, is it just costs so much money to print with, you know? And I was able to get away with that, you know, with some projects that I've been hired for, but I'm kind of done doing cosplay professionally. I just want to do it for myself, because it's much more enjoyable for me that way. So now it's like, okay, well, now it's just me funding it, so. Alright, so let's see here. What are we working with here? We've got some stuff. I haven't touched this in 2 weeks. Because all of my spare time right now has gone to training and not sculpting, and I need to be sculpting more for surezies. Is the volume, guys, okay with the music? It's not too loud, right? This is actively scrolling. Cool. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Let me figure out. Hey JPEG, how are you? Hello fellow digital artists, hi! If I learn ZBrush, where can I look for work? I can turn up the music. Is that better? I like to keep it low, so, because I know some people don't like it too high, and then you guys can play your own stuff if you want. There's lots of places you can look for work. There's tons of video game companies. There's, you know, figure sculpting companies. you know, commercials, film, TV, like there's tons of stuff you can do. Toys, prototyping in general, 3D prototyping at like any company that makes products. There's tons and tons of things you can do. I mean, props, that's film stuff. I'm making costumes right now. This will be printed, this will be real, so that's also a possibility. I was very fortunate to work at a prop house for a little bit, and they it was very cool because even though I was working on something for a game company, I was helping them out with some digital stuff for a game company, they were also building stuff for a TV show at that time, and it was really cool to see how they were integrating into 3D printing with that stuff. So, I mean, there's so many options nowadays. Never quit, guys. Never give up. Never surrender. I should focus on what the hell I'm doing right now. What am I... Speaking of focusing... I'm kind of all over the place right now, and I apologize. Double shift messed up on loose. Let's just get fluid here. Let's feel this out, because I'm starting to get to a weird point. Okay, that's right. I was working on Mr. Seashell's up here. This is really frustrating that it's not loading the new music. Hi Yago, how are you? Hello Alexandre, how are you doing? Hello from Texas. Let's just build this up here real quick. I can add layers again in a second, but I've lost some build up. This will probably be like a foot by... I pull out my Garrison shoulders to show you, but they're buried in there somewhere. Like a foot maybe, from like here to here. Nice! Nice! That's awesome, JPEG. Yeah, it's really amazing, like, the power of 3D printing. And, you know, my background in 3D is an environment and prop artist, and so, like, when I was doing cosplay stuff, and then I could, you know, when I was doing cosplay stuff, it was like, man, it would be so much faster and easier for me if I could just, you know, digitally sculpt this and 3D print it, because I was faster at, you know, that than foam work, and I was fortunate enough to work with a company called Matter Hackers. And obviously, you know, Pixelogic, and be able to get my hands dirty in this and really focus on 3D printing for costumes and not just, oh, there we go, not just, you know, the foam work, which foam work is great, but like, why not be able to integrate your other talents, right? 5 o'clock in the morning. It's great when you can cross stuff over too, like when you can take, you know, a skill set from one thing you've learned and just transfer it to something else. And it's really cool to see that, like, you know, ZBrush is such a diverse program, and that you can use it for more things than just games or film. Or figures, or, I mean, it's a lot of stuff already. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting enough of this plane here before I cut into it again. So you're all obviously here because you like ZBrush. So what do you guys all do with it? What's your favorite thing to do with this program, out of curiosity? I like hearing. So, I mean, kind of, not really. So this is based off of Darksiders. So, you know, a lot of people have put the Darksiders art style kind of next to the Blizzard art style in a different way, because it is oversized, large, chunky. But it's a little more, I don't want to, maybe realistic, kind of, not really, kind of, more grit. How do I scale in ZBrush? That's a great question. So I have, don't laugh. And the scale is not correct right now, by the way. I have to state this. Hey, fan, how you doing? So I have a mannequin of myself here in the 3D universe. Now, see, obviously this is not scaled correctly right now, but this mannequin it's a little different now because I went workout crazy, but it's generally scaled to my size. So I can easily adjust the armor to my body. And so I had a scan done of myself, and by Co-Create, I have to say that because they're amazing. And when Co-Create sent me the scan, and then I sized it correctly, I think it was in Max or in Mesh Mixer to make sure the size was exactly correct. My height, my measurements, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, I scaled it down because in ZBrush, real life proportions are a little hard to work with. So I scaled it down, I think, to like 5% of its size. I have a scale that works. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like 5% of the actual size. But anyways, what matters is that this mannequin is proportionally correct to myself. So if that makes sense. The proportions are correct, so therefore when I bring it into my other program to actually make sure it's sized correctly, it will never be proportionally incorrect. So even if I have to just scale it up, you know, unify scale it completely, the proportions on it won't change, and that's kind of really what matters to me at the end of the day. So that's how I do my scaling. I'm very right-brained. If you haven't noticed by how I'm talking, I'm very right-brained. Math is really not my forte. So if it fits, if it looks like it fits, then it sits. Like the cat in the freaking box. I hope that makes sense. I hope. There's other ways you can scale as well. I like doing it based off my body though, so that, like I said, the proportions never change. Where was I? I was here. Ah, thanks, Kairos. Yeah, like I said, I went a little workout crazy in the past year, so my skin is not exactly the same anymore, but what happens? And very cool. I saw architectural visualization in real time. That's rad. See, that's super cool. See, another cool thing that you can do with ZBrush that I had no idea. So that's awesome, Michael. Or Mikal? Is it Mikal? Cool. I'm glad that made some sense because kind of made sense to me while I was explaining it. Kind of. Right brain. Does it look pretty? Does it look like it fits? Okay! Then we're good. I think I spent like a very long time, not too long, but I just made sure that it was all proportionate correct in the other program and that my measurements were actually correct in the other program. I think it was Mesh Mixer. That's what I did that in, because that program's just really easy to work with when it comes to that stuff. And I know you can scale and stuff in ZBrush. I personally don't know how to do that properly. I'm sure some figure guys would. I am in Austin, Texas. That's where I live. Houston. Originally from Southern California. Yes. Okay, why isn't this updating? Just scroll. Normally. Thank you. I am in Austin, yes. Moscow. Holy cow, that's far. Sleep is important, I will tell you that. I had that mentality up until I got old, and now I have to sleep. Why is this doing this? Why is there no, sorry, there's a new, we got a new screen, a new screen. My brain! No, we got a new chat app, and for some reason, it's not scrolling down when you guys type. Super frustrating. Anyways, everything is fine. Everything is awesome. When you're part of the team. There again, see? Why you do this? There you go, perfect. Not a fan. But it's possible, it can be done. Like I said, I think I said in a past stream that I know some people that, aw, thanks, No839, you're very sweet. That they'll never leave ZBrush, which is absolutely, I'm like, baller. That's baller, dude. Like, you do you. You freaking do you, and you stay in this amazing program. Because if I could, I probably would too. I'm just stubborn. I'm super stubborn. I was gonna go back into environment art, and I was like, I gotta learn substance. Too stubborn. I'm gonna wait on that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that this all is feeling okay in here. Yeah, it's just... We'll relax this a little bit. I have no idea what's gonna happen with that. It's another program. It's a program used to create materials and such for Unreal and other game engines. You can use it for other things too, but there's Substance Painter and Substance Designer, and you can design different materials in Substance Designer, like create, I don't know if you've seen node-based material editors. And then there's Substance Painter, which is like more texture painting based. So you can take the materials that you've made or materials that already exist and you can actually paint your textures in there. It's super powerful. I've used it a couple of times. And like I said, I was learning it, but I decided that I don't want to get back into environment art, so I kind of stopped. But it's super duper powerful. Would highly recommend. It works really well with ZBrush. I have a notification alert. Go away. Shoo. Shoo. It's very powerful with ZBrush. Like, you can do some absolutely incredible things. You can do some really beautiful sculpts and then bake your maps out, or you can bake your maps actually in Substance as well. And you can take those, your baked maps, or your sculpt, basically, and you can use that to create some really amazing textures in Substance. It's super powerful. If you want to get into games, you need to know it like the back of your hand. It's the current everything right now. Environment, character, whatever you want to do. I am not up to date on it at all, but I'm sure there's some awesome, and I don't know off the top of my hand all of everybody here on the Pixelogic team, but there's some amazing person somewhere in this team here that I'm sure you could find that uses it in their pipeline. go. Perfect. There you go. Hey, Scarlett, thank you. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, there's tons of amazing, incredible ZBrush artists out there that have integrated it in with their pipeline, so I highly recommend checking them out. I mean, if you go on ArtStation and you type in, like, I think you can search by program right on there, and you can look up Substance and see what people have done. It's pretty freaking incredible. And ZBrush and Substance do go very well together. Like, they blend really beautifully together. I'm gonna have to, what's it called again? Dynamesh, I would be in Dynamesh right now. I love working in Dynamesh, but for some reason this mesh is broken, and I couldn't seem to fix it, and I'm too lazy to redo it. So I just have to go up. It's fine, and then we can fix. I'll just remesh it again and reproject if there's too many issues. Thank you, ZBrush. Yeah, my normal pipeline with this stuff, because like I said, I'm pretty right-brained and I'm pretty just kind of fluid. When it comes, I literally just sculpt. I'm not a very technical person. So, so I'll just kind of go with the flow and let things happen as I sculpt. Which is why I love Dynamesh so much. I cannot use it with this for some reason. I'm so glad that I can see chat from everywhere now. I'm so glad this is working amazingly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pixelogic. Why? Why? Yeah, right? Let me buy the program if I want to. Let me just buy it outright. It's all too even right now, but I'll fix that later. How many polys do I have in this stuff too? Well, first of all, let me answer that question by saying I really don't care how many polys are here. Number one, this is a high poly, and I've been Z-remeshing and reprojecting to keep my polys low. But number two, at the end of the day, this gets 3D printed, so I just end up decimating it anyways. Not long, Karis. I don't think long at all. Like, it's about, like, once you get over the interface and once you get over the tools... Oh god, I'm seeing that this is even and it's really bothering me right now. Once you get over the interface and you get over the tools, not long. Because all of your knowledge, all of your traditional sculpting knowledge transfers to here. It's the same thing, you're just different tool set. So I would not let... yeah, I would not be any worried about that at all. Yeah, go ZBrush! Hello, Santiago. How you doing? Anytime. Yeah, so I mean the only time I ever worried about poly count at all for me personally. Now mind you, you don't want to go like if I'm sitting here right now this model is at 320,000, which is nothing. If I was making a game model, that's when I would care, right? I actually don't even know the numbers on that anymore because it's been so freaking long, so I wouldn't even ask me about that. Okay, I'm running into an issue where I use symmetry over X, but now for some reason it is moving the left and the right cheek in the same direction. Usually it moves the left cheek out and the right cheek out to the opposite direction. Hey, Wilford. So you're saying you want to, it's doing this instead of this, right? Fuck. Let me think here. Is that normal? And see, that's correct. That's what you want it to do, but it's not doing that. It's moving it all in the same direction. Why would it be doing that for you? And you have symmetry. There must have been some button you clicked, and I honestly don't know what that is. Does anybody know off the top of their head? Because obviously, naturally, this wants to do the correct thing. That's what I was, but yeah. There's got to be something weird. You must have clicked something, and I don't know off the top of my head what that is. So if anybody knows, please chime in. He's having, or she, they, that's much safer, are having an issue where, yes, it's not mirrored. What is this supposed to be doing? This is supposed to be this like really cool shape here. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Hi. Let me make sure that's off. I'm like, that's my follow alert for my normal stream. So I am greatly, sorry, let me make sure my Twitch sounds are off. I was like, what is that? Where's OBS? There it is. Goodbye. Sorry. Hey, Evan, yeah, I'm not sure. Why Maple, you are not. So there's, the gizmo? Okay, interesting. When you toggle sim off. Okay. Maybe that's the issue. There's feed coming in. See, look, there's somebody else in Twitch. There's feed coming in as well from Facebook as well as YouTube. So you are not alone here. You are never alone. Oh, how did I just do this? Just scroll. There's a couple people typing in Twitch chat. You should at least be able to see them. But like I said, the other ones are on YouTube and Facebook. Auto scroll. I am currently working on the left. I think it's the left. I keep saying it's the left. I'm gonna go with left. Or is it the right? It's the right. It's the right shoulder. For War from Darksiders, for cosplay. War has been a dream costume of mine. And even though I've kind of decided to take a break on cosplay, this is something that I've been wanting to make for a long time, so I'm gonna do it. It might take me a while, but I will do it. So we are currently working on the right shoulder. I think it's the right. keep doing this? Yes, it is going to be printed, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It'll be printed and then it'll be wearable. War has been a dream costume of mine for a very long time. Thanks, I appreciate it. A very crafty girl. I'm a little all over the place. Hello, 3D Art. How are you? 3D Art Jara? Jara? How are you doing? So we're getting some shapes cleaned up here, which is nice. Hi! I will try to help you as best I can, but if I cannot answer your question, then maybe somebody else in chat can for sure answer your question. Oops. I hit the hotkey for expose. I don't even know what that was. Was that Shift X? Ah! New hotkey! Amazing. Sorry. I am an adult. I promise. Only on Sundays. Sorry, I promise I'm a professional. What the fuck are you hearing? Excuse my language. I don't know what the freak. You heard nothing. Nothing. You heard nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's see here. No, I don't need to retopologize. So, this is not a game model. There is no retopology needed because I'm not unwrapping this. It's not need to go in anything. Yes, you gotta celebrate everything, Ken. I will be here till 10 because I have to go to the gym still today. So I gotta keep it to the 2 hours. So it's basically, it's like 2 hours or more, depending if you have somebody after you. There's technically nobody after me, I think, so I could continue, but I gotta go to the gym. So no, I do not need to retopologize this. Before bringing it into my 3D slicing program for printing, though, I do have to decimate it, but that's not really retopoing because I just hit a magic button in ZBrush that does it for me. So yeah. Hello, fellow humans. Hello, fellow humans. Hello, fellow Sith. Yeah, you don't really need to retopologize with 3D printing. You just need to decimate down enough that you can put it into your 3D slicing program. STL, yes. Yes. You take it from here and you can export it as an OBJ, and then when you export it from your slicing program, or when I export it to the program where I slice, not the slicing program, to my program where I slice it for printing, which is different, where I cut it up to fit in the printer. Yeah, you chewed that up, Thor. Yeah. Sorry, my dog is like, what are you doing, Mom? He destroyed my yoga mat. It was pretty awesome. It's pretty great. But anyways, so yes, and then you bring it into your 3D slicing program, and that will be STL format, correct? Okay, I love you, but Mama's got to work. Thank you. Nothing has been asked, I don't think, Bear. Thank you, by the way, for offering to answer questions. It depends on, like, what printer I'm printing it on. So, honestly, I'm all about clean slicing. Like, maybe not completely necessarily following the form, but actually having a clean slice, because that tends to sometimes be easier to clean up. And then just making sure that I'm slicing it in places where there's not a lot of detail. So I wouldn't want to slice it here. Right? Would not want to slice it here. Would not want to slice, like, there's, like right here would be, like, one of the main places I don't want to slice it, right? It would be easier to clean up if I sliced it, like, here, you know, or, like, up here, depending. Just because the amount of detail that I have to clean up afterwards, because it's... sucks that that guy broke, because he's a great example, but his freaking eye broke. Here, 1 second. Who cares? 1 sec. You guys get to see this model. Its eye is broken, so I, like, greatly apologize. How is this attached here? Is this Velcro? I don't even freaking remember. No, it's not. It's just attached. Okay. 1 sec, guys. That works. Oh, that's right. This is all Velcroed. So I can just unvelcro that. Hold up. I have an example. Unclip. Come on. Is there another Velcro here? Yes. There it goes. Okay. All right. This is a great example. So this broke. So I apologize. This is a perfect example. This broke because I was lazy. I do not want to put chat on. I can see all the chats on my own. I do not want to display that on the stream, though, because, yeah, I don't want to put that on stream. Anyways, so it broke. I'm sorry. I apologize. So this guy here, this was for my Fury costume. As you can see, it broke because I printed this on my resin printer, and it was the raw print. Don't do that. Don't do that. But so anyways, this guy was sliced like here, like right down here, with like a clean slice. It was like here. I think it was like up here, here, and like down here. I think I had to slice him in his teeth. Even I think I sliced it like right down here. But anyways, it's you take like Magic Sculpt. So after you put it together with pegs and holes, you put it together. And then you can go in there with Magic Sculpt, which is like an epoxy clay, and you can actually fill in the gaps and seams and do some re-sculpting on top of it afterwards. And it does a lot. It does a ton. So that's why I prefer, yeah, I think there's a seam up here, I think is where it is. And you can't even see it because of the Magic Sculpt anymore. And then same with in the mouth, there was a seam inside the mouth that you can't see anymore either. Magic Sculpt is amazing when it comes to cleaning up 3D prints, and it's great because you can just, you're sculpting. So it's awesome. Totally, totally awesome. Thanks, Sebastian. It was used in battle. Perfect. Done. That's exactly what happened. I was super sad when that broke. It broke on the last day of the con, too. And somebody bumped into me really hard. What did I do with my freaking pen? Oh, there it is. Somebody bumped into me super hard. And, yeah. Yes. Yes, this was a paid costume that I did though. So, all right. But yes, no. So, would not normally recommend you to print something that size on a resin printer. And if you do, don't be stupid like I was and make a mold of it. Like that's what figure companies do, is they'll print it on the resin and then they'll make a mold of it. I didn't do that. So, woo! Totally. Buy an arrow. I'm glad that you guys are okay with the damage because it made me a little sad. It's super light. Oh yeah, this piece is super light. This giant piece in the back is foam. This piece here, this guy, not the face. This was printed on an FDM printer or FFF printer, which is the normal extrusion printer. And then this front piece was printed on the Formlabs. Put an arrow. I just put an arrow in it. Just go for it. Yeah, of course. How much did it cost to print? He was probably about half a tank of resin, so probably about $50 is about what he cost to print, which is a lot for a 3D print. The FFF prints are not nearly that expensive. We have an agreement. There's a Pixelogic team that we all stream with. So it's not random, no. Just put an arrow in it. I actually really love that idea, and maybe I'll do it, because I'm not reprinting that. Not that I ever plan on wearing that costume ever again, because talk about uncomfortable and bad memories. And that costume, this costume, is the reason why I do not want to, like, actually build anything physically right now. I am not sure metrics. I actually do not know the best way. I don't know if there's anybody in here that could properly answer that question. I do not know the proper way to contact them. I was personally reached out to, so I don't know. All right, let's see here. Let's get more of this going here. The shape of the mouth is not completely correct. Let's look at it from a straight on angle here. I want to make sure I've got all these large and medium shapes out of the way, because I'd really like to actually start getting into super cleaning stuff up here. I need to add the tongues still. But let's make sure that this is all correct first. Keyboard command overlays. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I do not have that set up. Hello, how are you? Bienvenido. Isn't that, I don't know. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah. But if you've used it before, you should be able to. It's like a bike, though. Like you kind of never forget. It comes back. Because I used it. I was out of it for about when I switched from environment to I switched from an environment artist to doing cosplay full time. I'm on career number 3. It was pretty easy for me to jump back into after being out for about 1.5 years. What part of the costume is this? Is the right pauldron. Why doesn't this auto freaking scroll? It does not mean you're welcome. That is Donata. I know that. Yeah, that's a long time. That is not. Is it bienvenido? That's just welcome, right? Or is it, oh my god. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. I should know this. Burrito means food. Yes. Wow. I'm just gonna sculpt. I'm just gonna shut up and do what I'm supposed to be doing. Look, I'm not wrong. So wine maple, a tank of resin for Formlab. Happy face. A tank of resin for the Form 2. You have to use their resin, and it's about 100 and I think it's 100 and something. You have to look on their website. The other thing, the other thing that you have to think about, which is something that I didn't realize when I first bought my form, is for every 2 tanks of resin, or is it called a tank? The tank is the bottom thing. There's correct terminology here. I actually think the tank is the bottom thing, the piece that the laser actually contacts for the printing. Anyways, the platform, not the hanging platform, but the platform with the silicone that the laser goes through that hardens the resin, it actually, I guess it's not a platform, but anyways, it's where the laser goes through and it actually hardens the resin. You have to replace that every 2 tanks, every 2 resin fills that you have. You have to replace it, unless you have the super special one, and then it's every 3. Or every 4, but the super special one is much more expensive. But either way, so you have to consider it's not just the cost of the resin, it's also the cost of replacing the tank as well. How heavy was the armor piece? Not heavy. Not heavy at all. It's super light. Like maybe a pound, maybe. Super light. The main piece on it is foam. A lot of large pieces I'll do with foam. So like with this guy, because of how big he's gonna be when I print him, he's going to be pretty hollow. Like this piece here, so this is resin, so it looks a little different, but you can see in there, you see the supports that were in there because I made this guy hollow before I printed it. So there's some supports inside, but I do about, with the FFF printing, I do about a 5% infill, so it's super light. No, not printed in foam. I humongous this back piece, this back piece here is actually in 2 pieces, but this guy here is just craft foam. So this is craft foam, like the stuff you get at the store, like the EVA foam mats. Then this piece right here is 3D printed with an FFF printer, and this piece right here is 3D printed on the resin printer. So it's a combo. That is a 3D model of War from Darksiders 1. It is not concept art, it's a 3D model. But that is War from Darksiders 1. Fat. Super fat, yo. He is the main character in Darksiders 1. He's one of the 4 horsemen. should just... it's pretty fun. I would recommend. I would recommend it. I have been using ZBrush off and on for like 6 years. Off and on though. I went to school for video game art and design, and I worked as a 3D environment and prop artist for a while, for like 3.5 years. So there was a time where I was using it all the time, and then I stopped for about 1.5 years. I stopped for a while. And then I picked it back up for the costume stuff, and I'll be doing some figure stuff too, which I'm super excited about. I gotta contact them. I haven't put enough on my plate right now anyways. Put all the things on the plate. Do everything. What? Focal shift. No. Focal shift on move. Bad. Go away. But like I said before, I really haven't, for me personally, I really haven't delved into a lot of the really cool stuff that ZBrush can do now. I still kind of use it strictly as just a sculpting program. And what I mean by that is, like, there's some amazing things. Like, I don't even really use ZModeler at all. And I know that there's some amazing things that you can do with that. Which is great, because I know that there's a ton of people that stream on this channel that do a variety of stuff and use the other things that I don't use. So just make sure to follow this channel if you don't already, so that you can get the full experience and really see how strong and powerful this program is, because it's insane. Man, I got a lot of people I gotta contact, actually. All the things! When? Tomorrow, I guess. Nice, that would be awesome. I would love folders. Okay, what is going on here? There's some planar stuff. So this is like the inside of the mouth here. Alright, that kind of... ZBrush will take over the word. Just the word, not the world. ZBrush will take over the word. Is the bird the word? Is that what it's going to take over? That space is wrong. Yeah, no, Pixologic does a really great job of constantly keeping things updated, for sure, Z's. And I was just giving you a hard time. Hello, how are you? BN Vicar, how are you doing? There's just definitely some space issues here. Let's just do this. No, that's right, I want to do that. Dynamic tessellation with Sculptress Pro is kind of new. Interesting, okay. I've never used Sculptress Pro though, because ZBrush. Great for you when you want to concept quickly and change something late in the sculpt without interrupt. That's nice. That is really nice. Okay. Well, but what's the difference between that and Dynamesh, out of curiosity? What? Has it really? Yeah. I feel like that's how I'm going to be with it too, is I'm going to be like, I don't understand any of this. Okay. See, that's exactly what I would do though. I'd be like, oh, this is like Max, right? And then fail at it. Good to know. Thanks for the warning. Man, some of this music is more hit or miss than some of the other stuff for surezies, but it's not. Hey Vikram, how are you? That's insane. Yeah, I can't even imagine that. I turned off symmetry. It was like, that's weird. When you accidentally hit hotkeys. What are you doing? What just happened? Weird. That was weird. Okay. Weird. Sorry, I'm saving. It's been a little while since I've saved. It is Dusty Buns, yes. That is the, it's the costume I'm making. So I'm currently working on the pauldron right now. The right. It's not like the full character, obviously. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Dusty. Are you just learning? Nice. Awesome. ZBrush is my fave. Oh, nice. That's awesome. This song's a little better. Sorry, I have trail mix that I'm munching on. If you guys can hear the chewing, let me know and I'll just stop eating. What are you going to school for, if you don't mind me asking? Kind of want, this feels weird to me. This is not right. I'm like, there's something, that needs to flow down more that way. That's wrong. That's gotta, okay, well, that's part of it, because that line. There's always more to learn. It doesn't matter how long you've been in it. You'll always learn something. And never stop learning. Nice, very cool, Dusty. Yes. Yeah, I really love this program. It's much more of an organic thought process, in my opinion, than other 3D programs. A ninja, the Ninja Warrior show? Nice. I love that show. Interesting. I'm making a tongue. It's actually a ball gag. No, he's got a tongue in there. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Don't make fun of me for asking this. Is this in ZBrush? Or is this a separate? Sculptures is a separate program, right? It's all pixel logic though, isn't it? Separate? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Oh, cool. I'll have to try that out. It was full-time for me, Dusty. Currently, at this moment, it's a hobby because I've decided that I want it to be that way. I do have a couple contracts coming up that I'm doing for others, for where I'll be using this program. So yes, I do get paid to use it. Yes, I have gotten paid full-time in the past. At this moment, I am currently the community manager at Gunfire Games because art's very personal for me and it's been kind of hard to do it for other people other than myself. I will not lie to you. And I will be doing some contracts with some other companies for art stuff. But yes. I have 2018. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Please stop flashing your guns. I'm not intentionally. It's definitely intentional. If it was intentional, I would do this. It's different. Please stop intentionally. Didn't you come for the gun show? Isn't that why you're here? I might like to work out just a little bit. I might be training to be a professional wrestler. I take health very seriously. Best response. I like to work out. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes. I gotta go hit the gym. Sorry. I got addicted to working out like a year ago, and I just like, actually, I am working towards that right now. I'm doing a lot of things with my life. I'm kind of all over the place, and I kind of fucking love it. Oh, freaking no! Oh! Sorry. You heard nothing. They're gonna fire me. I'm gonna get fired. Arnold, is that you? No. No. There are no plans to get into bodybuilding. Ever. I have to, okay. Nice! I do too, Evan. Yeah, that's why I'm, with my fingers on my keyboard. I love it. I love it too. I love it so much. It's actually, something that, yes, I train currently 3 days a week for 3 hours for the wrestling stuff, but my school is opening it themselves on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I might just be there every night of the week now, because it's fun. It's really addicting. I like to think that I'm training to be a warrior in real life, because it's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. But I have to be strong enough so that I can actually, you know, pick up another woman and throw her across the ring. Because it's real. It is real. It's not, you know, people are like, ah, it's fake. No. You throw yourself against that bat, and then you tell me it's fake. Future UFC confirmed? No, not UFC. No. I do WWE, but I wouldn't do UFC. Would not do UFC. Strength is yes? Oh, wow. Can't comment on that one. Nope. Get out. Nope. Worst. This is so annoying. I wish it would auto scroll. Part powerlifter, part wrestler. I mean, technically we can all do quantum physics with the law of attraction. Just saying. Man, you guys, go pick up a 5-pound dumbbell. It'll be fine. Hey, Rowan. Okay, so it's gonna take me a few more streams to finish this. So right now, I'm making sure all of my large and medium shapes are in there, which I'm actually almost about done with. What did I miss? We were talking about all this stuff. So I'm working on all the large and medium forms right now. Something. Uh-oh. It's crazy. Sorry, my brain. I'm looking at it up in OBS and ZBrush, and for some reason, by looking at it up in OBS on the other monitor, it's like I see more issues with it, which is great. It's really good, but I gotta fix something real quick. I do not do karate, but I have 2 black belts in Taekwondo. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay, so here's the earth. It's a pretty sweet earth, you might say. Alright, let's go back to this view here. And yup. He got too skinny on me. We gotta widen you up here, buddy. And then we gotta bring that back in there a little bit. At the concept art, so I don't have concept art. I have the 3D model is what I have. All right, bye Bear. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I don't have concept art. If you look up War from Darksiders, you'll find a ton of stuff. I have perspective enabled. Yeah. See? No perspective, perspective. No perspective, perspective. No. I don't like sculpting out of perspective unless I have to. Hasta mañana. I know that one. That's bye. See you tomorrow. Ah! Okay. Yeah, so I can't share some of the reference stuff I have, which is why I'm telling you to go that route, sadly. Oh, you just reminded me that I'm not wearing my gunners, but whatever, it's too late now. I'm normally very good about always having my gunners on. To protect my eyes. Okay, I think. Yeah, but this is why I don't go into any detail yet, because let's look at the side view here. There's a lot of, yeah. I want to make sure everything else is doing good. Oh, we gotta add the horns too. So we've got the tongue shape in there. Let's add some horns here real quick. We'll also take these and we'll pull these out just a little bit more. Then we're gonna save real quick, because whenever I make major changes or I go to do a new function, I always save, because you never know what's gonna happen. Always save an iteration. Always save an iteration. Always, always, always save an iteration. Let me repeat that one more time. Save an iteration. And I'm sure most of you were like, duh, but for those of you that don't, save an iteration. Should I repeat it one more time? Okay. Guys are probably like, this chick won't shut up. Okay. Safe alliteration. Yes, Kairos, I cannot say stuff that I am working on. Thank you. I appreciate it. I cannot say what I have coming up, but yes. Yes. Oh, you guys. Okay. Okay. Dynamesh, I love you. You are my friend. Snake hook is definitely better for that. If I can just get it. Thor, come here. I know. Hey, buddy. Bork, bork, bork. My borker. Mm-mm. Thor, buddy, come here. Hi. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Come here. Come here. He is not about that right now. Hey. Other side. Come over here. Come here. Come here. Thor. Come here. Come on. Good boy. Oh, nope. Almost. There he is. That's my baby. Yes. This is the Borker. I love you. Mwah. Thank you. The love of my life. Right there. JT. Thanks. That's my baby. That's the main man in my life right now. If you count just increase because dog. I know, screw this. I should just have dog stream. Dog stream. Jack Russell Terrier. He is a Corgi German Shepherd mix. I know, right? He's super young. He's 7 actually. He just turned 7 in when did he turn 7? November? Late November? Early December? Around there. There's someone around there. I should sculpt my dog in ZBrush and cosplay as him. No, it's not happening. Oh, your dog is a Jack Russell. Nice. Yeah. Just fine. Not my cup of tea, but that's cool. Okay, let's do that. Can we... A Korean Jindo. Oh, adorable. Is it wrong that now I want Korean food? Battle armor for your dog? I thought about it. I think he'd kill me. I won't lie to you. He's not very tolerant. No, I haven't. It sounds really cool. This is actually like a lot thicker here than I made it. Porker. Come here, buddy. Hi. No more barking. Can you stop barking, please? Please, please, please. Please. Come on, Bubba. You gotta stop. Kingdom. That sounds really familiar, actually. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. All right, so save your work. Always save your work. And what do we say then? Iterations! He is a German Shepherd Corgi mix. At least that's what I was told. What he actually is, I don't know. Adorable. That's what he actually is. A butt. Legs falling asleep. Should do a DNA test for him. See what he actually is. Brought that bottle of water with me and I was like, I'm gonna drink all of this by the time stream's over, and I haven't touched it. So I need to drink all that. Let me see. What is going on here? This is... Sure, I'm doing a lot of like finagling and stuff with this horn. And sorry, not sorry. He is adopted. I did adopt him. I got him from a rescue. I did adopt him. Oh, I love you too, baby. He's like, Mom! He's in super cuddle mode right now. I know, and I started volunteering at an animal shelter recently, and I was like, oh man, maybe I should get him a friend. And then I was like, no. I have a hard enough time when I travel with one. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Let's duplicate. Duplicate, and then we're going to mirror on the Z. Sucks is it doesn't. Saving all the time. Hi, Pinup, how are you? I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I have quick save still on. I should. It just doesn't save as often as I think it normally is set to, but I definitely still have that saved because sometimes I forget. And I also have that backup thing set up that when ZBrush crashes, it won't die on me. Okay. Cool. So we're going to merge these down into one mesh. And then we're going to got symmetry on the Z. Got local sim on. Let's see, remesh. Okay, cool. Now they're symmetrical. Except we don't need to do half. We'll do same Z's. Cool. Yeah, see, exactly. See, tools that I don't use that I probably could. Thank you, iHumongous. Appreciated. I know. Instead, I'm just like, mirror merge. Well, what is nice though is because I know that this shoulder is not perfectly centered. If I would have done that, then I would have had to move them individually anyways close enough. So this way it was kind of like a, you know, it was technically pressing more buttons, same result. Interesting. Okay, so here I am like creating planes on these horns, but it looks like, let's flatten it out a little bit. And it looks like it actually is not in the middle like I was making it. So that's all right. That's okay. Lower. Hi Ian, how are you? Hey Chris, thank you. Let's slowly get in there. Slowly but surely. Okay, so I'm gonna be heading out in about 15 minutes here, so if there's any questions or anything, please let me know. Oh, Chris, it's a bunch of different streamers. So, this channel here is for a bunch of different streamers, not just me. Yeah, it's like a team. So here on the Pixelogic Twitch, it's like a team of a bunch of different people that use ZBrush in a bunch of different ways. That I'm not sure of. You may want to try contacting somebody over at Pixelogic. I was reached out to personally, and then so I'm not sure how they pick. I think if you already stream on ZBrush, I think they go on and they kind of just look for people. So if you already stream ZBrush on Twitch, I would just keep doing it. Because I was streaming a lot on my own channel. I haven't really streamed on my own channel in a long time. Yes. What do you, I mean, the process would be create a 3D object, right? Create 3D model. Make sure it's scaled properly to your body size, and then prepare for printing, slice, you know, however you need to slice it, print, and then you can clean it up. On my YouTube channel, I actually do have a video on how I clean up my 3D prints. It's old, but still relevant. And then wear it. Yeah, like this piece here I was showing earlier. This is 3D printed. This is a 3D printed piece here. So this piece was digitally sculpted, 3D printed, cleaned up, and painted. And you can't really see the paint job on it in this lighting, but it's decent. Yeah, I have some videos on my YouTube channel, but there's a lot of other videos as well out there on printing or 3D modeling for cosplay. It's essentially like the same process as you would do for a figure or anything else that you would 3D print. It's just about making sure it's scaled properly to your body size. That's the biggest thing. And thinking about things like attachments and such. But a lot of times I do the attachments, I'll do those post. It just depends. All right, let's see where we're at here. I think we've got most of our... You could also do that. Yeah, Sir Maxim, you totally could do that. There are people that I have seen totally do that. You would have to still, I mean, unless you're doing a small print, no matter what, you're going to have to clean up the print though. Because you're going to have those lines, unless you're printing on a resin printer, but then you're really not going to be able to print that big. And then still, if you're printing large on a resin printer, you'll probably need to print it in pieces, so you'll still have cleanup. Yes. Yes, Ruffin, it definitely is. The cleanup on the print is definitely the most tedious. I've gotten it down to less layers, but essentially it's sand piece, filler primer, sand piece, filler primer, sand, filler primer, sand, filler primer, sand, regular primer. And then if you want it like metal smooth, like super smooth, like I did for my Arthas costume, then it's down to wet sanding. It's a lot of sanding. It's a lot. It's a lot of cleanup work. There are like ways to cheat around the cleanup work that I've seen. Or I started using 2-in-1 filler primer, which gets it to like 2 layers. Mixer. Do you mean mesh mixer? I use mesh mixer, yeah, for scaling as well as for slicing. Sculpting after sculpting, basically. It's kind of crazy. I don't think people realize the amount of time. So like, you can download files, right, and models, and you can 3D print those. But if you're creating it from scratch, like I like to do normally, there are some pieces of my Fury costume that were not created from scratch. They were created from the Fury model just because of time. But normally, I like to create everything from scratch. And if that's the case, people don't realize it's like, well, you have to 3D model it, right? So once the piece is 3D modeled, then you have to scale it, set it up for print, and then even once it's printed, the cleanup process on it is insane. Like, it's not like magic, done. There's no magic done button, basically, is what I'm saying. And I think people don't realize that all the time. It's not always true. A lot of people realize it, for sure. But not everybody realizes that. Yeah, I like using Mesh Mixer a lot for 3D printing stuff. Especially for scale. Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of this. I'm very aware of this. My whole Arthas costume was done, yeah, that whole piece was done on an FFF printer, which is the layered printing, FFF, FDM. FFF is the correct technical term, FDM was like a type of printer. But anyways, and I had to chrome it, so I had to wet sand it. You have to sculpt the sculpture so it can be a good sculpture from a sculptor. Sure. Sculptception. All the sculpting. I think it just, no. It's just a different art form. I really want to, because I really do, even though I'm doing it for more personal work now, I really love art. I really love, like, sculpting is one of those things that is just kind of, it's kind of like in my blood. It was just one of those things that I picked up and I fell in love with it. And I really want to actually work on traditional sculpting stuff more too. But there's a lot of things I'm trying to do with life right now, so we'll stick to one thing at a time. Alright guys, I got about 5 minutes left, so if you've got any questions or anything, please get them in. I should be back next Sunday, I think. Not next Sunday, the Sunday after. Because of how busy my schedule just got, I wanted to do weekly, but I don't think I can anymore, so, but I'll definitely be here every other Sunday. I think that's what we talked about. So if I'm not here next Sunday, I'll be here the Sunday after. Yeah. I have to check though. I gotta check the schedule. And make sure to follow my actual Twitch. I'm not streaming at this moment But I will eventually be streaming on my Twitch channel as well, and I'll be working on this kind of stuff on there as well. So if this is something that you're more interested in, please make sure to check out my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/VertVixen. Check out my Instagram, which is @VertVixen, Twitter @VertVixen. I'll be posting more of this stuff there, probably around February. Yeah, of course. Thanks. All the wrestling. Just like figured out my character last night. I was so excited. It's totally nerdy too. It's great. Yeah, the bot doesn't work. It's twitch.tv/VertVixen. In my job, okay, well, I am currently employed professionally as the community manager of Gunfire Games. When I was doing 3D prop art and environment art, and when I was hired as a professional cosplayer, ZBrush is the main tool I would use, aside from, you know, Max or texturing programs, or depending, right? But this is basically, I basically live in here. And then for the 3D printing stuff, Mesh Mixer as well, and then any kind of proprietary software that comes with my printers. So like Formlabs has one, and Raise has their own slicing programs. So it just depends on what I'm doing. I am a jack of all trades. I am all over the place. I'm all over the map, just a word of warning. So I don't have like a set thing because, yeah, and I'm currently employed as a community manager. Because I want to do art personally. I want to keep art personal for me. My choice. Sorry, I got excited. I've never used Blender, no. No. I've never used it professionally or personally. Never. I know people that have used it. I personally have not used it. So I cannot speak to that program at all, because I just haven't used it. Hi, Dynamic. How are you? All right, guys. Any other questions before I head out here? Because it is 10 o'clock and I got to go hit the gym. Like I said, I will either be back next Sunday or the Sunday after. So thank you guys all seriously for coming and hanging out. I seriously appreciate it. You guys are all amazing and awesome. If you don't follow this Pixologic channel, make sure to follow it, because there's a lot of amazing streamers on here all the time. Make sure to check out my stuff. It's everything is my keyboard. Everything is @VertVixen. And this is my Twitch. And I will be on there probably in the next few weeks doing stuff like this on there as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I always appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Let's take a quick look at where we got tonight. Do a quick save here before I screw anything up. We're slowly getting there. I'll start getting into some fun stuff, I think, next time. All right, so we're slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. It's where we started. This is where we're at. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Where's the custom battle damage? Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna get to that. That's the fun. That's the stuff I love. I'm a noodler. I love getting in there and noodling and battle damaging and all that stuff, but I won't start doing that until everything else I'm happy with. So, anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back in either a week or either next week or the week after. The schedule will be up here on stream. Anyways, you guys are amazing. I heart you. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see all of you later. Follow Pixelogic. Follow VertVixen. All right. Good night, guys. Have a great night. Have a great week.